Hey everybody, I'm Father Lance Harlow, founder of the St. Nicholas Project, which connects Catholics in Vermont with the Kern Hatton Homes for Children. Today I am with students from St. Francis Xavier School in Winooski, Vermont. These students participated in the Catholic Middle School contest to write about Kern Hatton Homes, and they had some amazing ideas about fundraising for the kids. Would you believe that middle school kids are so smart? Stay with me as we do the interview next. So this afternoon, I'm at St. Francis Xavier School in Winooski, Vermont, with some really smart middle school students. And I want you to hear the great ideas they have for fundraising for Kern Hatton Homes for Children. You know, Kern Hatton Homes is in Westminster, Vermont, and it's a residential care facility for children at risk. And the goal of the St. Nicholas Project is to connect the Catholic community in Vermont and beyond to provide material and financial support. We did a middle school essay contest in December of 2018, and today our third prize winner is here, Gabby. She's going to give her suggestion for fundraising as well. But these kids have great ideas for fundraising, and I want you to hear everything. So thank you all for coming out today to be part of our interview. You know, we did the middle school contest back in December. It's been a couple of months. We're filming this now in February. But who wants to tell me an idea that you wrote in your fundraising part of the essay? Who wants to go first? Caleb, what was your idea for raising money for the kids?
My idea for raising money for Kern Hatton Homes was to do a talent show. I was thinking we could charge $3 for admission, and it could be for anybody. And let's say kids there haven't shown their talents and that they're too afraid to show them. This could give them an opportunity to do that.
Yeah, like a variety show, whatever kinds of skills they did. I was in a talent show in the fall, and I was really very nervous to be in it. But once we actually started to do it, it really was a lot of fun. Where would you host the talent show? Where would you do it? At your school, or what place would you do it at, do you think?
Well, I mean, we could do it at St. Joseph's Cathedral.
Yeah. Because you wouldn't have to pay anything to use the space, so that'd be a great idea. Then charge admission for people to come in. Now, if we did a talent show, would you guys actually participate by doing something to raise the money? Is there any talent here at this school?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do it.
We have a talent show coming up.
And do you use it as a fundraiser? Or is it just for fun?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's just a fundraiser. I've never been in it because
Well, that's a good idea.
I get stage fright.
Yeah, but it's a really good idea to get a lot of people involved to do something, because part of what the St. Nicholas Project wants to do is raise money as part of it, but also get the word out about the children's home. Say, hey, let me tell you, this is what we're doing to raise money. Have you ever heard about this children's home? And people say, no, I never heard about it. That's also part of our goal as well. Did you have another idea, or was that your only idea?
I had another idea. I was thinking, because St. Joseph's does a collection before the gifts are brought up to the altar, and I was thinking maybe they could do a second one, and the money that they collect for the second donation they could give to Kern Hattons.
Yeah, that'd be great. I did do a second collection at church, and people could make donations for that. And who else had another idea? Yeah, Owen, what was your idea?
My idea was to have, so Kern Hatton Homes has one of their big parts is music, so I was thinking to get the word out, they could sing at churches in Vermont so people would know more about them, and you could put an ad in the bulletin at Mass so people could see it and then donate to Kern Hatton Homes.
I think it's a great idea, and they sing at a lot of places, but they don't get to a lot of Catholic churches in Vermont. I think that'd be an excellent idea. What church do you go to?
I go to Ascension in Georgia.
In Georgia? Yeah, speak to the pastor there, see if you'd invite. That's a long trip from Westminster, Vermont, in the south to Ascension Church in Vermont, but in the north. But they would do a great job, and they would love to do that. And the people love it when they sing them, when they sing for them. Do you know they sang for the Boston Red Sox a couple of times, right down in Boston? You can see them on TV for that. That's great. Who had some other ideas? We have talent shows, we have city concerts. Jessica, what was yours?
My idea was doing a mini store for all the clothes I make with a sewing machine. Mm-hmm. And then for all the clothes I make is basically going to make my own mini store and have do all different kind of sizes and let other people see, and then they buy it, and then I can use the money for Kern Hatton's Homes for the children there. And Yeah.
So basically, make some clothes, and you can sell the clothes, and money would go to benefit the children. You know, you could also, that's a great idea, and you know what you could also do is, say you make some dresses, whatever, take it to another shop and say, would you be willing to sell this dress so the whole proceeds goes to charity for the children? And you can distribute your stuff all over Winooski and Burlington and all over the state of Vermont. You could have clothes all over the state of Vermont raising money for charity. Are you that good at sewing?
Yeah.
All right.
I took a whole bunch of
I will
sewing
hire
classes.
you to do that. You can do that, Jessica. That's great. Who else has some ideas? Yeah, Ella.
I had an idea that we could get ads in a newspaper
Yeah.
or on social media platforms to raise more awareness about Kern Hattons.
Tell me, what do kids watch? So if you're directing an ad towards middle school students, what social media platform would you use? What are middle school students watching or using? Are they on Facebook?
I don't think
No,
most
not
kids
really.
are on Facebook.
What are they on then? What do you guys do?
Probably like YouTube and Instagram.
Okay, and so what would you put on it then? What would the ad show? What would the ad do?
Well, on YouTube you could have, most ads are like 5 seconds to a minute long, and you could have a video of Kern Hatton and it will play in between what people are watching on YouTube. And on Instagram you could either have a photo of Kern Hatton and then in the caption
Okay.
say information about it.
Yeah, and you can even aim for like a specific holiday or specific event and say, for Valentine's Day, could you donate this? Or for Christmas, could you donate this? Or some other time as well. How many of you have your own YouTube channel? You have your own YouTube channel? So you could advertise, you could be the ad, you know, say, hey, I'm Ella from St. Francis Xavier School and I'm raising money for charity. Would you like to support me in, supporting the kids at Kern Hatton? You have your own YouTube channel too?
Well, I have one, I just don't have any videos for it.
You should make some videos. Yeah, get your phone out, make a video of yourself doing it. So we have ads, we have, anything else? What else you guys have? Yeah.
I had an idea,
Divinity.
like, we can have like a little party for like kids, and like we can like, people can like, come in and like, we can ask them to like donate some things.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
donate some money, and like we can like ask them to like donate some clothes or something. And like we can have like a little party, like a kids day, like where kids can like get their face painted, do some fun activities and like all that.
You know, I just thought as you were saying that, you could have like a costume party, like close to Halloween time, but not necessarily Halloween, but have a costume party. People pay money to come into it for the children's home, do the face painting, do whatever kinds of games at it as well. Where would you have the party? Say you're gonna do like a costume party, some kind of party like that. Would you have it at a school or someone's house? So where would you have it, do you think?
School.
They could advertise to all the kids at school, or you could invite also people from other Catholic schools to come, right? You could say St. Francis is hosting a costume party for Christ the King School, or for Mater Christi School, or for one of the other schools as well. Have you ever thrown a party before, any of you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've thrown my own birthday party.
Yeah, so you know how to throw a party then, right? Invitations and food and costumes, or whatever kind of theme you want to have. That'd be a great idea. Who else? I love that idea. Who else has Alexis?
My idea was to get in contact with the news and have them do a story on Kern Hatton, and then ask people to donate to the news so they can give whatever was donated to Kern Hatton.
Yeah, and you know they would love, especially on the news, if you were doing something down there, say you personally went down there and said, hey, the St. Francis Xavier middle school student Alexis, she did this and went to Kern Hatton to do this, and they would follow you and interview you for all that work. Would you do that? Would you be willing? I think it'd be a great. Then you're in the news and Kern Hatton's in the news. It's like a win-win situation. We have today here also our third prize winner for the Catholic Middle School Essay Contest, Gabby. Now, Gabby, what were your suggestions for fundraising?
Some of my ideas were to like have bins in our school, and they could like people from our school could bring in either used clothes, toys, games, coats, jackets, anything, and put it in the bins, or they could get some new ones and donate it, and all this stuff would go to Kern Hatton.
Do you know that all the clothes they get there is from charity? So whatever people donate, they get, or whatever money people donate for them, that's where they get their clothes from. Some of the kids go there, they have clothes from their families, but sometimes the families can't provide them with a lot of clothes or shoes. So I think having a donation thing during school would be a great idea. Now, if you were to do that though, how long would you run it for? Like, you put the boxes out, how long would you keep the boxes out before you collected them? What would you think would be a good length of time?
Probably maybe 2 weeks or so, or
Yeah.
a little longer, because that will give enough time for families to take a little time, go through their stuff, or
Yeah.
buy some stuff.
I think that'd be a great idea. And do you think that at St. Francis Xavier School, you'd be allowed to do that? Have that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we've done stuff like
You've done
that.
that before? I think that'd be a great idea. Now, who else has some ideas, who hasn't had a chance to talk yet? Bella, what's your idea?
I had an idea for like a color run, so you could like pay or be like sponsored to run in it, and then whatever money that you would get would go to Kern Hatton Homes.
So you'd like a race?
Yeah.
What you're saying. And where do you have races like that? Where would that take place? Do you know, does anybody know where you do a race?
The fairground.
At the fairgrounds, yeah, maybe at the fairgrounds you could do that. Yeah. Because people like this athletic kind of stuff. They love races, they love walks, they love that kind of getting out and being physical kind of stuff. If you weren't to do a race, what other physical thing could you do? Could you do like a basketball thing or a contest or something? Like do you guys play basketball here?
Yes.
Do you guys play CYO basketball? Maybe? Yeah. So who's on the CYO basketball team or the St. Francis team? Who plays sports here? What if you had like a basketball competition and then people had to pay admission to see the basketball game and all the proceeds from that competition would go to raising money for the children's home? Like St. Francis versus, who's one of your rivals on basketball? Christ the King of Monte Cristi. Yeah, let's drag them into it too. I think it's a great idea. We should have a contest. People that pay to come in and see that, all the proceeds go to raising money for Kern Hatton. That's great. All right, and then you could have a bake sale at it for Kern Hatton, and she could sell clothes at it, and you could have all kinds of things going on. Okay, who hasn't had a chance yet to speak? Leanne, what's your idea?
Well, I don't really know what to call it, but it's kind of like we could like set up movies and have kids like pay.
Like a movie night.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we could have like snacks and drinks there.
Yeah, right after the basketball game. You come in and you watch movies. Now, so if we were to do that though, to show movies, what age group of kids would be a good group to invite? Because you want them too little, because they won't pay attention. Maybe like middle school kids?
Probably like fourth grade and up.
Fourth grade and up, like eighth grade?
Yeah.
For the eighth?
Third through eighth.
Yeah, will they sit through a movie?
Yeah.
And what kind of movie would you show, do you think?
Well, we could have options there for them to like vote on.
Or if you had like more than one room. So this movie is playing in this classroom, this movie is playing in this classroom.
Yeah.
What's that?
Almost like a movie.
Almost like a movie theater, yeah. And you can sell popcorn, and you can sell candy and soda and all kinds of things. I think it's a great idea. You could do it. And you could open up like on a Saturday night or Saturday, whenever you want to do it. Who hasn't said anything yet and still needs to go? Yeah. Mohini?
Yeah, I was thinking of doing like a bake sale that could be held after church on Sundays, and people could donate baked goods that they made or bought, and all the proceeds would go to the Kern Hatton Homes.
That's a great idea, because people love food, right? And you know also, do you know where they make a lot of money with bake sales is when they go to rest stops on the interstate, where there's a rest stop. All kinds of, parishes go there, they do that. They make like over $1,000 selling baked goods at a rest stop. So I think that's an excellent idea. Do you know how to cook?
Yes.
What's your specialty for bake sale stuff?
Probably like cookies or
I would buy them. If you make cookies, I would definitely buy them. All right. Has everybody had a chance to share your idea on TV? Okay. I've had a great time today visiting with the students at St. Francis Xavier School in Winooski, Vermont. They have had wonderful ideas today for fundraising for the boys and girls at Kern Hatton Homes for Children. I'm very excited, and I hope that they will implement these ideas. These are our young Catholic philanthropists today, and they have a bright future ahead of them. So thank you for watching the video. Let's say let's say goodbye to all our friends on YouTube. Wait a minute, let's do that again. Let's say goodbye to all of our friends on YouTube. Bye.